Hey everybody, so I just bought a bunch of books for to kind of deck out my bookshelf behind me because most of my stuff was on I actually shared a Kindle with my dad, so now I'm going to just have now I want more stuff in print and stuff. So I just wanted to kind of go through because why not some of the books that I bought and what they are and why I got them. So yeah, I guess I'll just pull them out at random except for. Oh yeah, okay, so I'll start with the two C.S. Lewis books. C.S. Lewis is cool because he has like a pretty modern interpretation of Christianity, a little bit like J.R.R. Tolkien, where you kind of take the same themes but change the mythology a little bit, and also some of the real world conclusions. That's Wax singing. You can see him right there. He's the second dot to the left on top of the windowsill. That's his song. He's beautiful. So yeah, with C.S. Lewis, I really like how he sees modern society through a Christian lens, but not like a dogmatic Christian lens necessarily. So it's just cool. So Mere Christianity, I've never read it because I'm not, I'm like half Christian more or less. If you want to see you can watch my video, Introduction to Nietzschean Mythology and Early Christianity. I talk about it. And then there's this book, which is really good, okay? It's short. I like short books. I'll quote Nietzsche again. Say what most people say in an entire book in just one paragraph. So say in one paragraph what most say in an entire book. C.S. Lewis was good at that. You read The Abolition of Man, it's short. What do you got? It's 99 pages, isn't it? 99 pages. And this is a really nice print too. It's got all this you can see the image of this print, but it's really nice matte finish. Think of the business card scene from American Psycho where they're going over the texture. Good, cool title. So that's Lewis. And then we got I don't really have any just straight fiction horror, so I just got something by Stephen King that looked interesting that I hadn't heard of before because they have the mist and stuff. And also something pretty short. So yeah, Elevation by Stephen King. Figured I would give that one a shot. And then there's this one, Dangerous Prayers, which the headline was kind of catchy because it said, because following Jesus was never meant to be safe. And it's like a bestseller stuff. And it's it seems like it's religion, semi-realistic religion, or yeah, so I like the themes of it's like the burning hands. I like heavy religious themes and things. Anything. Now I'm gonna move into kind of modern contemporary stuff. I only got 2 books that pertain to that. And it's this one that's called Deconstruction. And the back says, an accessible introduction to a concept often considered impossibly abstruse. See, why use that? Demonstrating its power as a conceptual tool in the 21st century. Deconstruction. That's what Derrida did. Apparently it's what I do, but I don't know. I haven't read it, so I wanted to see what deconstruction actually is because I figured I just stopped after Heidegger before it was kind of named as so much as what they were doing, because I think deconstruction. I might be talking out of my ass here because I haven't talked about this stuff in a long time. When I interview professors, I might get better at it. Refresh my memory. But I'm pretty sure that deconstruction is done by Sartre, and then Derrida, and then also analytic philosophers like Quine. They do it too. So yeah, if you want to know, but it's what is it? I don't like it's kind of this weird thing where you're basically doing Socratic questioning, except not really questioning. You're kind of just tearing down all the assumptions. It's pretty interesting. And so I just wanted to have this as like a kind of handbook so that when I talk about deconstruction or like Derrida comes up, I'm just like, I don't know, what does it have to do with anything? Now, guys, the sickest book I got for American politics. A very sick book that I think everyone should check out because I've only checked out like a little bit of it. Like I read it in the bookstore and it's awesome. American Politics. The Utopia of Rules on Technology, Stupidity, and the Secret Joys of Bureaucracy. It's not really, from what I could tell, it's not like a libertarian, let's be anarchist kind of thing, but it's just talking about like every excerpt, like, 50 years and this is the best our scientists managed to come up with, kind of talking about how all kinds of bureaucratic solutions have failed. Like why do blue states have the highest homelessness rate and the highest whatever rate? It's because of the way they did the rent and the zoning. And this goes through all of that on every level. And it covers Madagascar and just how bureaucratic power works. And I would consider it like a little bit of like an offshoot, almost like a footnote of The Road to Serfdom by Friedrich Hayek. It's basically just talking about how bureaucratic solutions only breed more bureaucratic solutions. And then you end up like whoever. Whereas if you look at like Sweden, for example, they try it ground up. But don't be a Swedenite because Sweden doesn't have the same socioeconomic challenges that we do as a country. We can't just copy paste. It wouldn't work. But yeah, this is a really cool one because it just gets you to understand like the deep state, what the deep state does, what it is, who is up of it, like, and the fact that it's not really nefarious. It's just a bunch of people trying to solve problems and they just do it too many times or something. So yeah. And finally, people, the two books by Reynolds that I haven't read because I just never got time. Aurora Rising, which seems really cool. Really cool. And then the follow-up to that, Elysium Fire. So that's sci-fi. And I'll check these two out. But I had to buy a personal copy. Because my first copy got beat up. So I want a copy that always stays nice so that if Alastair Reynolds is ever in town, I can get this one signed. My favorite sci-fi book of all time and the one that inspired me to start creating my world, which is like the same themes as this world, just vast without, faster than light. House of Suns. If you want sci-fi, this has got you covered. It does. Best robots ever. There's no AI superior to the AI that Reynolds put in House of Suns. There's the spirit of the air and the other robot people too. There's everything. The spirit of the air, to those who have read House of Suns in the comments. Yeah, baby. It's good stuff. So yeah. The spirit of the air, like, since this is a book review thing, like, I'll just give you a quick bit. Like, one of the characters is the spirit of the air, and he's a man who made his mind more and more, like, silicone and like, just random ones and zeros instead of neurons. And over time, he's like this, fake image of himself that exists only from drones communicating with one another, like for the ones and zeros. So basically he emulated his brain by having his neurons become these flying drones sending signals to each other. And so he can fly around. But the communication between his drones emulate what used to be his mind. So it's an it now because it's just a computer. That's just one example. House of Suns, legendary. And finally, guys, my favorite part. I'm going to put one of those tile tracker things because I always lose books. I lose everything. But I got this really cool bookmark. Look at this thing. Damn it. Hey. I'll just read it. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. By Lao Tzu. And it's the same shit that was written on... It's the same stuff that was written on Delphi with know thyself. Nos... it's like, if you want to know what Gnostic stands for, so... It's got the yin and yang, this cool quote by Lao Tzu about knowing yourself, which is like the most important thing. And then what I was going to do is just put like one of those tile trackers on this bookmark so that when I'm reading, it's also got this cool hanger thing. So like, for example, let's say I'm checking out I won't have to, I have House of Suns on ebook, so I want to have this one like kind of untouched, but you just kind of have it in here, and then your book's tracked if you ever lose it or something. Cool, guys. Hope it wasn't too long. Summarizing some C.S. Lewis, some Stephen King, some hard sci-fi, because I saw Daniel Green's bookshelf challenge, and my bookshelf just only had philosophy on it, and then all my fiction is in my Kindle. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm gonna get that one actually looking like a real bookshelf. It looks like Wax stopped singing. Oh yeah, he's messing with the nest now. He's like, well, I probably seduced all the ladies, so I gotta go now build the nest in preparation. Little does he know, the other female bird has been building her nest because she hears him sing, and she's like, oh, I gotta go get the nest ready before I go date this guy. It's really cute. Cool, maybe someday... down the line I'll have canary babies. So yeah.